10 Effective Communication Tips for Entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur and you want your company to grow, meeting goals, projects deadlines, and building relationships with coworkers, clients, and vendors, then this is the article for you. Communication is the only way of connecting with other people, and that's why communication skills are one of the most important skills for entrepreneurs. In this post, we'll reveal 10 effective communication tips on how to communicate better as an entrepreneur. Number 1. Talk to your employees directly. Most of the time, managers tend to command and control their employees instead of being a manager. Instead of doing this, give your employees the opportunity to solve their problems and fulfill their duties. When you work in an open environment, your employees will be able to interact with each other, share ideas, learn from each other, and they'll feel part of a team instead of being told what they should do. Number 2. Don't beat around the bush. When you have an important message to share, don't beat around the bush. Don't try to make it more exciting. It won't work. Just tell them what they have to do and make sure they understand that it is an essential part of their job description. If you're planning on implementing a new software, be clear on when it will be active and where people need to go in order to take a look at it. Number 3. Set aside an hour to talk with people. Talking to people is a great way of connecting and building relationships. If you're an entrepreneur, you should make sure that you spend at least an hour a week communicating with other people from your company. This will allow you to build trust, promote morale, and will help your employees understand each other better. Number 4. Use the power of meeting in person. If you want to grow your business as an entrepreneur, you need to invest in time with your employees while they are located in the same physical area where your team is located. This doesn't mean that remote employees don't matter or that they should not be kept informed. It just means that you should do whatever you can to get the best out of all of your employees and build trust by meeting with them face to face. Number 5. Manage all relationships. As an entrepreneur, you should make sure that you manage all of your relationships. This means that you should always communicate with your vendors. If a certain vendor is not responding, then it's okay to terminate the contract and find another one. You don't want to spend money and time on vendors who are not respecting your needs. Number 7. Don't seclude yourself from the team. As an entrepreneur, it's really important that you communicate with your team members. Your employees will feel more motivated if they know that you're part of their team and not a leader who hides from its employees. If you have something to say, then say it. If you have a problem, then address it at your team, and you need to let them know where they stand. Number 8. Don't manipulate your team when communicating with them. Don't manipulate your team when communicating with them. You need to address the problem directly, not trying to make them feel embarrassed or saying things which makes them feel guilty. You should be open, honest, and transparent with your team. If you speak with them, communicate without fear and try not to use any kind of manipulation tactics, as this won't help improving your relationship with them. Number 9. Listen to your employees. As an entrepreneur, you need to find a way to listen fully and attentively when communicating with your employees. This will work to your advantage as your employees will feel that you care and that you're listening to their problems and issues. Listening to your employees will be a great way of building trust, and it will help you learn from other people. Number 10. Avoid communication traps. At the end, I'm going to tell you about communication traps which most people tend to fall into when communicating with other people. The first communication trap is blaming others for something that's not true. The second communication trap is focusing on past mistakes instead of taking action in order to solve them. The third communication trap is being too demanding, and the last one is reaching out only when there is a problem and not asking people how they are feeling. Finally, in the companies where we work, we're working with different people from different backgrounds. One of the most important things that we've learned is how to communicate better with these people, because when communicating, you need to make sure that no one feels left out or ignored. Even though communication is an essential part of every business, it won't work if you don't focus on building relationships. Thank you for your time with this post. Please share this podcast with your friends, and we'd love to hear that you'll be here next time.